So,
Check.
yeah, not that.
Check.
You
Yeah.
hear me good too? Oh, cool.
We get a 55 mil.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with 35.
Forever rolling.
Look, we know your type, afraid of a fade. You ashamed when I said, but shit, a spade is a spade. To me, my transition got me showered in praise. From the streets to the stage.
Jamaica.
That's my first name.
I know. We was just playing.
just
No,
playing.
I
with
didn't know
words.
if y'all knew that because everybody called me J. Sims, right?
Yeah, you know,
Nah, Jamaica.
Everybody, like Jamaica. You shoot with Jamaica, right? Like what? I ain't never
Like,
been to Jamaica.
you know,
Yeah.
boom. Hey, man, welcome to a Spade podcast. I am your host, Tico. Follow me on Instagram at T_code29, man.
Hey man, one time, man, it's the kid, your partner, my partner, everybody partner, DJ Partner V. Make sure you follow my IG. It's Potnadem24, Potnadem 24. Make sure you follow the gang as well. Spade
Pod.
P-O-D. Yeah.
I've been times I've heard that.
Yeah, you can't wait to do it.
So did you want me to go alternate on angles? Do you want to stay on just number 2?
You can stay on number 2.
Okay.
Because if you're not fast enough to switch back and forth, don't try it.
What's number 2?
The main camera
Okay.
Number 2,
will pick up everybody.
everybody. The whole shot.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, man. You know, hey, man, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, a Spade podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You feel me? Black brands, black businesses, you would like ad placements on our platform. Tap in right now. You know, merch. You see it behind us. Product placement at its best. You feel me? Go to the website, AspadeAspadePodcast.com, or Cat, the boy partner, to my right, in them streets. You feel me? All week.
Yep.
He ain't stopping. We ain't stopping.
Can't stop.
Won't stop.
Bad boy.
Yeah. Marvelous, man. That shit crazy. But hey, man. Oh, yeah. Audio versions come out every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, all your podcast platforms. It is there. You feel me? Right there.
Right
Get
there.
it. Tap in. Listen. The uncut version.
Everything.
Everything there.
Fancy stuff on there.
But, bro,
What's up, bro?
how you feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you had your week, I had my week, and we should be all good right now. So yeah.
Bro, I had a tough week this week.
I was gonna ask you about that because I was on the phone with you. It sounded like you were getting some meds, my boy. So
Yeah.
you went back.
Yeah, man. Come to find out I had sinusitis. Like it's fluid.
You saying that right, Sam?
Bet.
No, I'm making sure
Yeah.
boy wasn't coming up in here next time.
We scrapped today.
Oh, okay,
We
all right.
scrapped today. We scrapped today.
Because
For
we had
sure.
Pink come up here last time.
For real.
I'm like, nah, that ain't
Yeah, that ain't it. But yeah, man, I had sinusitis. There's like bacterial fluids up in my sinuses. And it caused like facial pain, headaches, nasal pain, and all that shit. Like that shit was crazy. Monday I was fine. Tuesday through probably like Saturday night, bro. I was like fucked up.
I was last night. Wow,
Today I'm 100.
great.
Today I'm 100, bro. That shit was crazy.
And you got something to help with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they prescribed you at where you was at, but you got something to help you with that shit you showed me.
Did I show you?
Yeah, with the honey or something.
Oh yeah, I had tapped in with a local honey dealer. It's homegrown honey, natural. Honey bees that pollinate, right? So them natural pollens, they kind of like you know how like you get bit by a snake with venom, right? They give you anti-venom, right?
Right.
So it's kind of like if you get that into your system, it help with you won't have sinus problems. It's bad.
Okay.
So I had got that. Got doing what else I had? I had made me like a neti pot. I had inhaled peppermint oil to drain my sinuses out. Like I'm in the lab like cooking up, just trying to get this shit out of me bad. And then I got saved last night. Shout out to my angel. Came through. She know the doctor. She said you need to get this, that, and that. I took that shit last night. Woke up this morning. I'm smelling everything.
Open up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So I did it for us, bro.
Alright.
Cause I was like, I can't call out.
Can't.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But enough about me, bro. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? We got the man behind the camera. I really had one to cuss you then, cause this episode right here is special.
It only took 2 years.
I could have sworn we've been trying to force it.
Yeah, like we.
No.
No, we really had want you to be like a third guest, like a third, like part of the team. Like we want you to get a microphone. You like no? I don't
Oh
want
yeah, on the microphone. But
Yeah.
you know, like y'all chemistry so good, man. Like I don't be one to like fuck that up.
But nah, like I look at chemistry together, and like we want to have a person that is smarter than us on the platform.
A person that's wiser than us.
Yeah,
I'm just
a person that
You've been here longer than us.
I
yeah.
just been that 44. That's it. Like it
I mean,
ain't
a
that
person
far.
that dressed better than us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I thanks for pops and uncles and granddad for that one. They told me at a young age, make sure you had your hair brushed, breath smelling good, money in your pocket, and clothes looking good. Like that's make sure you have all that tight when you leave the house.
Like if y'all see, dude got a cigar in his hand.
Oh yeah,
Real
yeah.
P vibes.
Very, very,
He's
very.
pushing
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't even really know how to hold it correctly.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
just hold it like.
I might hold it like a blunt or something.
I should have got me a cigar.
Yeah, man, holding it like that.
Oh yeah, I should have got a cigar for this one. Man. Could have been a cigar episode.
For sure.
But yeah, but for the people who don't know, this is the man that's always on that side of the camera.
For sure.
Sims. Y'all probably never seen him on here, but here you go.
Nah, this is very rare right here.
Yeah.
I don't get in contact. My wife fuss at me because I don't take pictures.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
she fuss at me.
you ain't on the one, bro. Like, ever since we've been doing this is the most I done ever been in. Like, taking pictures or even being on camera, period. Like, I always been the guy that want to be behind the scenes. I never want to be in forefront or even take pictures all the time. So,
Right.
thanks to you, you done made me take a whole lot more pictures.
But see, like that's why I know where you coming from, because when I first met you, like I knew we were kind of like the same. I won't say the same spirit, but we kind of like on that same vibe. Like we're observers. We
Yeah.
don't interact. We check the scene out. We make sure everything good. We pick and choose who we interact with because we already comfortable with that vibe. Like we ain't everybody's partner.
Right.
Like we ain't everybody's
Boom.
partner.
Y'all not socialites.
Yeah. No, not socialite.
So now you really understand the true meaning, right?
I went back in. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't offensive, man.
Yeah.
You was on point. Yeah.
So yeah.
But nah, like, you know, starting to work with you cats, just seeing how the roles reverse, it was true.
So I want to go back to, you know, the beginning.
Yeah.
Cause you know we done been on different platforms, different podcasts, and we done told this story. You know what I'm saying, quite a few times. But I just wanted people to know from your angle, how did all this get started with a Spade Spade podcast?
With a spade of the spades.
Oh,
like
man.
nobody can't pronounce it right.
No.
Like,
Right.
why is it such a tongue twister for everybody?
I don't
know.
Spade of the spade and the spade of
Ace
the,
of
the
spades.
Ace of spades.
Yeah.
Y'all don't heard that phrase before. Like, why y'all fucking it up? But I think it was with you coming on Paris when I was shooting Paris podcast, Primetime Live, and then you acquired it. Like you was asking me about it. Like y'all been talking about having a podcast for a while, and I had just moved back down here, and so I was looking to keep the juices flowing, man. Like keep my muscles, you know, loose. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a 5-year plan, so I wanted to make sure that I started working with some people who really about their business, really serious about doing shit. And so was working with Perry. You was asking about it. So then had a meeting with you two cats. Shit was pretty much just like from there. Like the thing that impressed me about you guys though is that y'all already had an idea of how y'all wanted y'all podcast to go. Like y'all already knew it. Most time people come to me, their first question is, how do I do it? How do we make it look? And you know what I'm saying? Just a whole bunch of questions of they want to do it, but they don't know how the look of it should be. But you know, y'all already
We came to the table.
y'all already came to the table with, you know, how y'all want to do it. So I was like, shit, it was easy for me. All I had to do was just bring the equipment. You know what I'm saying? Add a little, you know, a few things here and there, but for the most part, like y'all already knew how y'all wanted it to look, to be. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a stressful situation. Yeah.
That's hard. Make me smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. But nah, like it was so crazy because when partner had hit me with the proposition of doing it, I was like, hell yeah. Like why not do it? Because like I told on different platforms, like I always was a fan of podcasts anyway. So they basically like a dream come true, being able to really do it, and especially on the level that we are at, like just jump out there just like that, man, it was perfect. And you delivered on everything that like we asked for on look wise, and then of course like you just said before, you added more stuff to it. And that one thing I want you to always know, like we are receptive of your ideas.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one thing that it's funny because I always thought that you was the one that pushed him into wanting to do it, because you said you was always watching podcasts.
Nah, you can say that.
Okay.
You can say that he the podcast guy. Like I wasn't really up on podcasts until he was like mentioning them. And I got my set podcast that I watched. He got his set podcast that he still watch or whatever. But he definitely is that. He's riding in the car listening to podcasts. He at the house listening to podcasts. So he already,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already knew how I had wanted to look. Like, I always was a fan of, the Brilliant Idiots. Like they started from just one camera setup.
Yeah.
Then I seen them gradually grow and building, and these people that got money already.
Right.
And I seen how they started. They started like I was like about 2013, 14 doing it. Just set up one camera. Then it morphed into different camera angles and everything, and just seeing how far that they came, like doing podcasts over in London, overseas and stuff. Then watching the Joe Rogan podcast, the Joe Budden podcast, Drink Champs, when like that first got started. Like I remember those first episodes with Drink Champs. So I already knew it took time to build a core audience. So I, like of course I think everybody dream is to shoot one podcast and blow the fuck up.
Well, that's social media, period. Like social media got everybody thinking wrong. Like everything's supposed to go viral as soon as you put it out there. And the viral shit really, man, went dead like 7 years ago. Like the only thing that really go viral, like organically, is something that tragically happens and everybody's talking about it. And if you are creating content that's talking about that, because that's the trending thing that's on all the platforms. So that's how it gonna, like, something blows organically without you even like doing any type of ad placements or anything like that. But as far as like you said, man, like you gotta gradually like, cause it changes up so much. Like every year, man, like they change the algorithm, they change up how you get your money, they change up like, and not even like how you get your money, but like everybody's like getting on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like, just take it here in Macon. Like, probably like, what, 2 or 3 people were doing podcasts back in the day. Now, since y'all award-winning podcasters, like, not everybody want to have a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the world is, man. Like, once people see how popular you can be doing that thing, oh, shit, I can do that thing, too. And so now you go from, it's easy for y'all to make money and get views because it's only a few of y'all. Now, you got 10 people starting to do stuff, 10,000 people starting to do stuff, and by the end of the year, it's like 100,000 people doing the same thing. So now you have to go into a different mindset, a different strategy than just, let me just throw a podcast out there, or content, period. Let me just throw content out there and see how many views I can get on it. Because now, I think it was like maybe 5 years ago, I told people, when everybody started complaining about Facebook, when they was, like, back in the day, they could upload something to Facebook, right? And it can get like 12,000 views, right? Then all of a sudden, you'll throw something up on your Facebook page and it only get like 500 views. And you're like, damn, what happened? Like, what's going on? Well, it's like Facebook started, like a lot of these platforms started to figure out, oh, number one, we got to leave this platform open for the celebrities that's coming in and doing stuff. So that bandwidth for them has to be there, because the more people are watching these celebrities, the more they can sell advertising. Number two is
Drainage.
oh, okay. Shit, lost my train of thought. But number two is that, you know, a lot of people just started like really like just like you have to pay to play. Like you have to start putting up money to get seen now. You know what I'm saying? Because social media realized like, hey, we want people to advertise and give us money to push them out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you started seeing where if you was a legit program on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, they all of a sudden start throwing at you like, hey, advertise on this. Here, hit this and learn how to advertise with us. Pay such and such to advertise with us. Now social media is all advertising game now.
It's all about money.
It's all about, well, I wouldn't say it's all about, well, yeah. It's all about the money. And, you know, because, I mean, look at YouTube. You know, YouTube was about to go bankrupt several years ago until Google bought them. When Google bought them, Google was like, hey, we gonna start charging, like, charging people to like, for advertising and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to upload stuff to a lot of these platforms that are free, but a lot of these platforms was going broke. So then they were just like, all right, so we got to sell ads.
You're not getting to a video before you look at an ad.
Man, let me tell you, like, YouTube, they used to have to where you could like click out of an ad right away.
Yeah, but them 3-second ads,
5 seconds,
8,
yep.
whatever.
Then you got some that you gotta watch.
You gotta watch them all the way through. It's like the first one you gotta watch all the way through, and then the second one after like 3-5 seconds or whatnot. Now you can click off the ad.
Yeah.
And then you can go into whatever program. And then sometimes you watching a program and you get into a good part. All of a sudden, an ad will pop up right there in the middle of it. So yeah. It's advertising.
How I feel about that? Like, okay, we're not monetized yet, right? On YouTube, speaking about a Spade podcast. And I think, like, that's the kind of like a good thing about not being monetized is because it no ads cutting off our flow. Like, it going straight through.
But see, you could choose to do that or not.
Yeah, I see Joe Budden. Like, Joe Budden, he have, like, even on his audio, even on YouTube, it's no ads. It's no ads.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, how did he convince to have silent partners to put money in his pocket without him screaming out these different companies that is attached to his platform?
He probably got some other way of marketing them in some kind of way. Like, you're not gonna get investors without like promoting their stuff in some kind of way.
I don't see it though. Like, cause I remember one time he did have Squarespace. That cat meant Cash App had Cash App, and he only said that in the beginning. Then got a little trouble and that part ways with that. That was the only time I ever seen it, really. Or like early on, he was promoting for Showtime, with Diesel and Mero show, but that was like pretty much it though. And cause he talked about like he feel like the podcast game is being saturated with all these different ads and it's messing up the flow that's going on. But it's just like, it's crazy for him to be at that stature and for him not to be pushing this.
I don't know. That's something I probably have to look into to see. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, because that's what podcast, like, that's how you're going to make your money.
Ads.
Podcasting is with ads. But you can choose how the ads play. Like, if you just uploading something on YouTube, and if you hit the monetize button or non-monetize or non-ads or something, I forgot how they have it read, but you can have it to where no ads hit your videos whatsoever, but you ain't gonna make any money off of that, or YouTube ain't gonna make any money off of that. So it gotta be like on some, because I don't know if he's even with Spotify anymore, because when he was on Spotify, I know he had to, like, that was ad heavy too. So yeah, because I know after that whole Joe Rogan thing, he kind of like, nah, if y'all ain't gonna pay me the same kind of money y'all paying Joe Rogan,
Right.
I ain't gonna be on there either. So
Right, but now he back uploading his audio version to Spotify now.
so he probably got some backdoor deal with them some kind of way.
On YouTube, yeah, he makes a lot of money.
See?
Says here, we estimate that Joe's getting paid around 20 CPM for every 1,000 download. He makes about $20. Plus, he also makes money from the ads that plays on his YouTube videos. He still gets about 55 million views a month on his main channel, and his clip channel gets around 75 million views a month. So you could do that math.
So yeah, he has to make some money some kind of way.
Yeah, but I know his Patreon, like he got a big deal with Patreon.
Patreon too, and that's the same thing I was telling you guys about having a Patreon page, because there's so many ways of getting money doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, you got to create that business model first, or while you're doing it, so that once you get to that point to where, you know what I'm saying, people want to start offering, you know, some type of deals with you, that foundation is already there. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, and then he spoke about this past episode. He was kind of like training your audience to pay. But he was like, it's fine though, because you got some people that gonna pay, and you got a million other people that not gonna pay because they're already getting the product for free. So he basically saying, don't worry about that. Just, you know, who want to pay, just, you know, they pay. That's fine.
So the trick to that is, like I said, if y'all got Patreon, right?
Yeah.
So the strategy would be, let's just say on YouTube, everybody can watch it, watch the episodes for free, right? But then you say, hey, on our Patreon page, we have exclusive clips that you're not gonna see anywhere else other than on the Patreon page. You know, it might be some clips of, you know, you DJing at the club, or T-Code, you know, out on a blind date, taking some chicks out, and you just vlogging it, you know, seeing how a real player do his thing out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's just all exclusive clips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, having y'all got the store. So it's like, we're gonna offer you something that you're not gonna get for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And like
so,
I say, like how 85 South do too. Like they got you gotta go to their website. I don't think it's Patreon, but they release
They got their own app now, right?
app, you know, what I'm saying, they gonna release the episodes, the regular episodes, on their YouTube or whatever. But like say for instance, they had an interview with Snoop Dogg that's out on their app. They gonna release it on YouTube, but you like for the people,
you get it exclusively first on
Right.
the app before they release it for free. Yeah.
And now they live shows on their app now too. They don't even release them on YouTube.
See, that's what I'm saying. So now you have a reason to go to their Patreon or to their app to pay to get that exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's like, I did that when we had our first live show.
yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, go to our Patreon if you want to see the live performance of the artist. And I can't say, like, we did get people to add, you know, subscribe to our, you know, $5 a month, that you can pay $5 a month to subscribe to our Patreon, because we don't even push that enough. But it's just like, I just want to stick to, just like what you're saying, having exclusive content. And I know what that is. It's kind of like, we got to work even more harder and more shots and more time to deliver that content to the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a strategy, and that's the thing that, you know, every year at the end of the year, you know, I try to sit down with you cats and be like, okay, you know, what's the plan for the new year? Like, what are we gonna add to the operation? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna give y'all more value, because that's really what you're talking about.
Right.
Like, how do y'all make this more valuable?
Right.
Because I think it was you I was talking to about, once people see how y'all do what y'all do, they're gonna copy it. But y'all have to already be 5 steps or 10 steps ahead of them, because everybody's gonna come out with their podcast.
Right.
But ain't nobody gonna be set up to make no money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna have a real, true, blue business plan behind how to make things. You know what I'm saying? Like when a lot of these people start coming out with their podcasts next year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want us to be on the road. Like, yeah, we got sponsorship to go down to Miami.
For sure.
And people gonna be like, well, damn, how they doing that? Like,
Yeah.
because we already 10 steps ahead. Like, we already made those, like, we already planned for those things to happen. So once they get here and y'all see that, you know, y'all interviewing, you know, some celebrity somewhere, you know, it's like, well, damn, how they get all the way up there to New York, interviewing so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because we already had that in the plans. So that's why, like, you know, you guys be getting on me all the time when y'all be telling me stuff, and I be like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
And we be like, damn, Sam, be proud of us, man.
Like, give us a little more.
Yeah, a little more energy, please.
But that, you know, like I said, you know, this is stuff that me personally, I had already had in the books.
Yeah.
You had a live show in your head.
I already had like the moment we started working with each other, I already said, oh, they can do live shows. They can, you know what I'm saying? We could do a tour. Like, imagine, you know, like what y'all did with the live show. Imagine taking that on the road with y'all podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what 85 South them doing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what pretty much.
Yeah, y'all ain't no different than that.
Yeah.
Like y'all on the same level as them. They're just, comedians and they, been on TV and stuff like that. But as far as like the same vibe, conversations y'all have, the type of guests y'all have, like all that stuff is still the same. Like it's no different. Y'all just need that hook.
Yeah.
That hook that says, oh shit, this is the Spade of the Spade podcast. This is how they do their thing. But you know what I'm saying? But you're like, they got their hook. So, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, what's y'all hook? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to call him out. Because this is Spade podcast.
Please do.
Spade.
Please do.
I'm going to call this man out.
Oh, I ain't got to do it.
I'm going to call this man out.
Yeah.
You got to use your power, man. You got some power, bro. You got power, man.
Have I not used that?
You started coming around to using it. You started coming around to use it. Yeah, you have. But you stronger than what you put on, man. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Because I think you battle with two different parts. I think the humbleness, and then at the same time, it's just kind of like, I don't want to tell people that I'm the shit.
Okay.
Or do you believe it?
Come on, I mean,
Part 2 of the intervention. What's talking to
we for sure had an intervention last week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Listening back to that episode, I was like, damn, that was an intervention. Yeah. But I feel like if with the power situation, like I feel like I haven't had to use that yet. You know what I'm saying? When we came in with the podcast or whatever, like it's so much I could have. So many other people I could have brought in, but I want to agree with him. Like it's a lot of people that I know that he don't know. I want it to be mutual on both ends. To where like when we get our guests, it makes sense for both of us. It makes sense for the guests or whatever. So I got a lot of favors I can call in. I just feel like I haven't had to use them yet. You know what I mean?
Mm. Why
that
is
makes
that though?
sense.
Like why you feel like you haven't had to?
Because we flowing right now with the guests. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call them favors in.
Oh, okay.
I just felt like I don't feel like I had to do it yet.
The sooner you do it, the sooner these checks and these cars y'all talking about gonna hit. Like they gonna hit. And then like y'all the top podcast that's making some real noise around here, man. Like it's cats that's been doing podcasts longer than y'all that people don't know about, but people know about y'all. So y'all only been doing it for 2 years.
In the area? Or
Yeah.
just period?
Yeah, in the area. Like I know some other people doing some podcasts, man, but they like nobody don't know that they been doing it. But you cats, y'all came out strong. So my thing is, if y'all can make that kind of impact just here in Macon, just imagine making that impact Atlanta, Miami, you know what I'm saying, LA, Houston, New York, like spots like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all of the generation that's making moves out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all of that generation that's like my generation, they making moves, but they ain't making noise. Y'all generation making news and making noise. So I say use that power, man, because the more noise y'all make, the more brands gonna want to fuck with y'all, and that's when y'all can start negotiating money for that.
I got y'all.
No, I'm not saying
No,
it's all on you. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
y'all,
But
I got y'all.
you know, it's just
You okay?
Yeah, I got y'all. I'm just taking it in. I got y'all.
so now we're gonna bring your mommy in to do the next part of the intervention.
Mama.
Y'all really doing me like that. It's all good.
No, but you know, with you being on the radio, you having the connections you have, man. Like you DJ, like even your DJing skills. I think I mentioned that before, man. Like start getting some content with you DJing, bro. Like, all right, that's it. that's
Yeah.
we got ghosts in the club.
Yeah. But I'm glad that Sim said this because
I know you will.
because I done said this before.
Yeah, you
You
have.
know, and I had to learn like how to communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't be like You gotta just say that shit one time, say it very calmly, and walk away. Or it can be a moment happening, and he will come over and hit me. Bro, I'm like, niggas, this is what I be wanting you to see. So I learned that I have to just say this shit, walk away, and he got to see his shit for himself. Yeah. So like he's stubborn.
I know. I mean, I can see sometimes though. I you know, watching the podcast, I can see sometimes he has to be very careful about what he say and what he do because he does have the connections and stuff like that. So
For sure. I mean, that when I come in, I just be fucking real.
man,
Be like,
T-Cole,
that shit
boy,
sucks.
when y'all told me I was gonna be on there, I was like, fuck, I'm nervous, nigga. Shit.
Everyone feel that way.
We got
That's crazy.
hey man, he the Charlamagne the making, bro.
I was just gonna say that.
He Charlamagne.
No. I ain't sniffing no seats. I ain't. He be sniffing seats. He used to sniff seats.
No, listen, when he say that, I know what he mean. Not technically all the way Charlamagne, but it's like this the house that you're not gonna know what you're gonna get from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you come with the real, like that's the thing I like about when you interview people, man. Like you want people to come on here and be as authentic as if the cameras ain't rolling. Like if we were just sitting back drinking on something, you know what I'm saying, having a couple cigars or just chilling somewhere, like have that same, like, bring that same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be so
textbook.
Yeah, textbook, man.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's been a couple of interviews, man. I was sitting back, I was just like, man, y'all need to end this interview because this shit ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it
for
ain't
sure.
going nowhere.
For sure. And you seen the frustration on my face too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't learn how to control my inner anger. Cause it been times that I kind of be like, doing this shit, I be like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
You
for
go
real,
back
for
and
real.
look and you can see it.
Yeah, like, really, like, yeah. But I had to learn, like, this shit bigger than just me.
No.
Like, we gotta end this the right way. But trust me, ain't gonna be no more communication, you know, afterwards, you know, at all.
No.
But nah, I just like a real conversation, man. I just like authentic episodes, podcasts, interviews, whatever. Because I just want our guests to always feel comfortable.
For sure.
And then also when like they leave here, they be like, damn, this was a dope ass experience.
Yeah.
Cause it make me feel good when we get done shooting and they be like, damn, that shit hard. Like
Yeah.
I love it. Like
Oh,
I
damn,
love
it's
it.
over already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know.
So sometimes you know, you get the guests on that really know how to be comfortable. I think, but see what it is it's the lights. It's the lights that throw people off. It's like if there was no light, then they'll probably be a little bit more comfortable, and then you could trick them into the interview. Like I tell, like some of the people that I work with, I just like, hey man, I'm just gonna record. You gonna have them sit down. Y'all gonna have just a regular conversation, and then when I like point at you, then just know that this is gonna be the episode.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes when you say "all right, action," then the person frees up,
Right.
and then they just like, oh shit, like, all right, nah, it's happening.
It's no action over here. It's welcome to AspadeAspadePod. As soon as they sit down, T-Cole just gonna jump in there.
Yeah.
Nah, I just like it better for me to do it and not warn you about it.
Yeah.
Just like what you
yeah.
just said, action. Like, nah, I'm just finna hop out the boom. You kind of like you don't even know it's over with now.
Yeah.
I heard them pop, you know. So hey.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, a lot of people be like, damn, it's over with already. Like they still want to do more. Sometimes they be like, well, damn, we've been here 2 hours already. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, we turning into Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of crazy though how like I did like try to model our podcast, pull different pieces from different podcasts that I am a fan of, that he is a fan of, and just stir that shit up and just it
Gumbo
become,
pot.
you know what I'm saying, gumbo pot. And we said that like on the first episode of what Spade podcast is, you know, and the journey of like the past 2 years has been kind of crazy though, because that shit being shot at my apartment down the street.
Yeah.
Like
With the backdrop.
with the back wrinkled.
Yeah, he was so mad that the backdrop was wrinkled. He
Wrinkled.
was almost gonna like,
Wrinkled.
man, we can't shoot this, man, 'cause
Yeah.
the backdrop is wrinkled.
For sure.
I'm like, nah, this is
Hey,
cool,
look, Sam,
man.
I want
That how I am,
I
man.
want to let you in on something, right? I want to let you in on something. The conversations that me and T-Cole have or whatever. Okay, so with us coming into doing this podcast or whatever, you know, we coming into, you know what I'm saying, an idea or whatever. So I don't want to say, we want the quality to be on point every time, but when it comes to just like little small shit, like T-Cole is that guy, you know what I mean? He gon' nah. So I don't know, when you start getting the message like, nah, take this out or do that and do that, and I hit T-Cole, I be like, hey man, chill a little bit, cause you know what I'm saying? Like he kind of like, thing about it, he gonna let you know or whatever. I was like, man, just.
But see, that's why I invested kind of time into y'all project like that, because y'all on point like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna keep me on point because this is something that I'm introducing into the Atlanta area too. So therefore, like shit, I can get lax and be like, all right, let me just roll this shit out, doom, and then Cole be like, audio gonna be on 7 this time. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, god damn it.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't think you were gonna hear that shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cause it was one time we were shooting over at what's the spot y'all shoot over at?
It's art.
It's
Exact?
like, yeah.
And I don't know who y'all had interviewed, but I had
Retro.
it was, and then I came back the next week. He was like, "Hey Sam, the lens gonna be clean on this one." I was just like, God damn.
Oh, I ain't hear that one.
He was just like, yeah, the lens gonna be clean on this one. And he said it so smooth. He was just putting everything together. He was like, "Hey Sam, the lens gonna be clean on this." I was like, God damn, this motherfucker done seen the lens. Shit. All right, yeah, man. It gonna be.
Oh, I ain't know about that one.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that boy, he be
Nah, for sure.
he be watching the episodes, man. Like,
He'll come with something before I can even get to watch it. Like, so I be like, hey, well, he ain't sending it to me. He sent it straight to the source.
yeah. But
So, do like you have a problem with that though? Like, do it get kind of frustrating? Like, god damn, like nigga, like
Yeah, do
this
get
is my
frustrating.
time and effort and energy. Like, do you feel like I be nitpicking? Okay.
not really a nitpick that like shit is really not insignificant and not gonna make no difference. But when it's shit that when I get home and I see it, I be like, fuck, why the hell didn't I sharpen that up just a little bit more, or damn, turn it up just a little bit more? Because like for the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, like this is a 4-camera setup. So most videographers, most videographers you come across only gonna have 1 camera, so they only got to work with that part. You know what I'm saying? So when I first decided in 2013, I wanted to have my own like boutique media production company. It was set up to be a 1-man band, and so I had to learn how to look at everything before, like in the edit, like as I'm recording, I have to make sure that everything's on point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm human, you know what I'm saying, looking at all this stuff. And so then when I get home, I started looking at the video footage, I started listening to it, and I'm just like, damn, I wish that the microphone was turned just a little bit more, or I wish the light was turned up just a little bit more, or the camera angle just kind of off, or it's not as sharp as I know it could be. And so then, you know what I'm saying, when y'all catch that kind of stuff, it's just like, all right, boom, I gotta make sure all that stuff is on point, because my whole goal is to, you know, to have it set up to where at the end of the day, like I can turn over the video. Like really, if I wanted to, at the end of the taping, I could just hand y'all video footage and y'all can upload that to YouTube right away.
And it's-
Like that's the goal for my production, because I want to have like 8-9 people. Well, I won't say 8-9 people. I was like about 5 people a day. If I could do 5 people a day, shit, yeah, man. With the kind of money I really want to throw,
Yeah.
boy,
Okay.
yeah, man.
What car you said you want?
I don't want no car. I want a jet.
Okay.
Jet. Okay.
All right.
But
I
yeah,
wanna
it's
check.
like I just be wanting the product to be the best product possible, because all this shit is attached to us, and so when I always been like that though. Like I be paying attention to detail, and I feel like, you know, where we're at, we got to put our best foot forward every time. Like, you know, sometimes I hate when like we have a guest line up and it cancel, and then like, damn, we wasn't prepared for that. So now we gotta go out the whim and just freestyle this shit. And I hate stuff like that, because I always want every episode to be better than the one before. And then like even with the camera angles or the camera shots, like that's why I watch it, because I want to be proud of the product too. You know, because it is an attachment of us. So when just like with the camera not being clean and stuff, I was like, man, damn, man, the camera ain't clean, and that shit be fucking with me. And I be have to like sit with myself like, okay, how can I communicate with Sims without being so blunt? like how can I say this? Even with like this past episode, like you did the promo video, and you had the little girl on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell nah, dog. Hell nah.
That nigga said, "Look,
I was like, hell nah, bro. We can't do that.
I kind of felt bad for her because I was just like, well, damn. She was, because when y'all told her like she's not a real, she wasn't a real guest. I was just like, okay.
I wouldn't say she's not a real guest. She wasn't official.
Yeah, like an
she
official.
just came on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she didn't have to be a part of the promo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then like how, and she had like she had that shit on, and then she just had the hat cocked to the side. I don't think that she would want that image out of her like that.
Yeah, not for that promo.
Yeah, you feel me?
Cause she ain't come in like that.
Yeah, she would. I don't think that was the best look for her.
Yeah. So I mean, I understood it, you know what I'm saying, but I was just in robot mode of okay, there's a third person there. Let me go ahead and just boom, 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 put stuff together because that's kind of like how I look at it whenever I'm editing. It's like an assembly line style of like everybody that I shoot for, I create a template for them.
Right.
And so that's how I'm able to turn out the episodes as quickly as I do because the template's already there. All I have to do is just put the pieces in each and every time. And so that's how I'm able to have that turnaround the way I do. And so, like I said, this was like 5-7 years. Well, no, 2012 is when I really like. All right, let me really start putting this thing together. And because at first it was talk shows and reality shows, and then all of a sudden podcasting became the thing that everybody want to have. So I was just like, all right, well, let me regroup everything and do it as a podcast.
So what is your definition of a podcast? I want to know.
Compared to what, like a talk show? Or?
Yeah, because
People call everything a podcast now.
right, and I really feel like it's a fucking talk. It's really you really got a show that you putting on YouTube. It's not really a podcast. You're really having a talk show.
A podcast is really just a personal radio show. That's really what it is. It's just a personal radio show. Talk shows usually have more of a format to it, to where you're gonna have segments. And you're gonna have like specific topics that you're gonna do within those segments.
Kind of like a template.
Yeah, you can say a template. Yeah, you can say a template. And podcast really just, like I said, it's just talk radio that everybody is like. It's radio, talk radio that everybody can do for themselves now. That's really what it, like if you put it like real simply, you know what I'm saying?
Cause the video pretty much is a bonus.
Yeah, because everybody just started like within the past like 6 or 7 years started adding like the video element to their podcast.
Yeah.
And so now everybody thinking is, all you got to do is hit record on a video and y'all start talking, and all of a sudden we just gonna call it a podcast. So just like, I mean, I'm not anal about it because I was just like, it is what it is.
Yeah, but we came out with audio first and video.
No, we came out with video first.
We didn't have audio on the first episode. We didn't. Okay.
He captured the audio, but we didn't come out first with like, okay, go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah,
you remember,
you had that set up.
yeah, cause
Yeah,
they came on later on in 2020 when I was what he said.
How far down now?
That when I had moved into the
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That was after I had moved. Cause then when he sent me the whole files of the very first episode leading up to the point, and then he was like, y'all finally official now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there was a thing though, it's kinda like there was a thing that I was a fan of, just listen to the audio. And our supporters is accustomed to seeing the visual and not the audio. So like our screams on YouTube be more than the audio.
Yeah, because
You know
I
what
mean
I'm
that's just what everybody's used to now. Like video is pretty much like the king of like everybody gonna go to the video first before they go to audio.
Yeah.
So it's just how the industry switches up like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but it's just like what you preach about is about having every different avenue that someone can go and get the product from.
yeah, because that's just like we were talking about with the whole social media thing. Like everybody get like accustomed to seeing their content on that platform that they like, you know what I'm saying? And most likely you're not gonna get them to convert over to anything else. Right. So it's best to just have something created for each one of those platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like the Facebook people, they gonna look at everything on Facebook.
Right.
The Instagram people gonna be on Instagram, the TikTokers, the YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got they pick their lane that they wanna watch their content. And so all you have to do is just say, hey, well, let me just go ahead and just put this content on all those platforms and let them ingest it how they gonna ingest it, and then shit from there, man. Just when y'all start going into the analytics and looking at all the numbers, you can say, hey, well, we got these many people on Instagram, these many people on YouTube, these many people on Facebook, these many people on TikTok. So now that makes it look like y'all are more valuable, because now when y'all go to advertisers, it's not just, oh, well, we just on YouTube. Now it's like, oh, no, we on several different platforms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so now they were like, oh, yeah, we want to deal with you because, boom, we want to be on all of that as well. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right, so we talked about our live show that we did this year. That was your first live show. You did it too, right? So it was everybody's first live show.
Yeah.
So how you feel about our first live show?
I thought it was dope, other than the fact that y'all had the incident that had to push it back the weekend, so that all the people that paid for tickets wasn't able to come out to attend. But I thought it was dope, man. For the very first one, had the artists come out, and for y'all to actually do it was like the biggest feat altogether. So you know what I'm saying, I want to commend you guys on that right there, because most people, they'll just talk and then never put anything. Like even that weekend, most people would have just gave up and be like, hey, nah, we just canceled it. Like we ain't gonna be able to do it. But you know, at least y'all pushed it back and like, hey, yeah, we still gonna keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big up right there. But yeah, I mean the whole thing is, we did it the first time, so now how do we do it bigger and better the next time? You know what I'm saying?
The idea is, so this time, no desk, we like free roaming across the stage and everything.
I was gonna talk to y'all about that to see about like how y'all was gonna do it, because I was gonna suggest like, why don't y'all just kind of like walk the stage and just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, do that kind of thing.
But still have the option to sit down.
We need the option.
Yeah, you can have the option, but we'll talk more behind the scene, because I don't want to throw the idea out there and then somebody else take it, because you know how making it is, bro.
Yeah, I would say this though, I did feel good. I mean, I got up a couple times and moved around, and I did kind of feel, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can do that, but I still need that option to sit down.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say make it more like a segmental type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, because once people start to get too used to it, then they start tuning out. So now y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying, with the next one, just like, how do we keep everybody on their toes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that I was really surprised about y'all show. Like, y'all kept people engaged. Like, I was like, oh shit, like, they ain't just
sitting up there like,
sitting up there talking. You're like, y'all actually like, hey, y'all actually thought about it enough to where we're like, hey, we're gonna get people talking to us. And in the beginning they didn't, but then all of a sudden they started warming up and they started interacting and stuff like that. So I thought that was like real cool.
Yeah, I did research on live show.
Nah, I'll point to him like he finna say something.
Oh yeah. Nah, I did research on live show. Like I'd say probably like a month or two prior, I went to like $1 Million live show or something. They don't even do it like a lot of live shows, but the main thing I got from it is crowd interaction.
Yeah.
And give them something.
Yeah.
They're gonna be cool with that, you know what I'm saying? So
and so that's the thing that I commend you on that, because if you actually went to a live show and saw how it done, it's like, yeah, boom, let's just go ahead and just do that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all the only ones that have done it so far.
Right.
And most likely ain't nobody else gonna do it until it get to a point where it makes them popular. And that's the thing about my city that I'm kind of disappointed in, man. Like I just want to see so much done, but people ain't.
So you feel like it's more of, I want to be more famous than rich, basically.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know. I don't want to say they don't know the difference.
What's the difference?
They know the difference, but they don't know how to get to the difference. Like, being popular here is the thing that people strive for more than actually doing real business and making some money. And so they think that the popularity is what's gonna bring the money, and it's like, nah, that's not how it works.
Boom. Ha Davis, who was on $1 Million Worth of Game, and he was talking about having 4 million followers on Instagram and still staying at his mama's house. So they're like, he famous, but the money ain't coming in.
Right. Right.
And it's kind of like, damn. Because we create an avenue where we can create money from our podcast. So we already had that business model. So it's just all about making it more grander, more bigger.
So what did he say the reason why?
The reason why is just like that's just what it was. Like he just had more followers. Like he didn't understand the concept of monetize or like doing ads for different people, different businesses, promoting brands and stuff like that. Yeah. He didn't really understand that. And he was like, at the time, his mama like, all right now, shit, you got a couple more months. I don't live in rent free. You gonna have to pay a light bill around that bill or something.
Yeah, you famous.
Yeah. But he like, Mom, look. They not counting $2. You know what I'm saying?
So even if he doesn't have a team, himself should be able to, like, I got enough leverage to where I can go to somebody, and which I'm pretty sure if he was on $1 million worth of game, they already done gave him the game of what he needs to do.
Oh, but I'm not saying it was like when he started coming on. Nah, he got the formula. Nah, he got it. Nah, he got it. Nah, trust me, he got it now. Yeah. For real.
But that's how it goes in the beginning, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people start off with the business mind frame. Other people, they figure out like, oh snap, I can make money doing this. How do I do it? And then they figure it out, and then they make money later on. You know what I'm saying?
So which one is it, like? Because don't sometimes when like you lead with money, it kind of stunt your creative juices sometimes. Don't.
No. Because, I mean, if you started a business, okay, let's just take DJing for example, right? You're a good DJ, right?
Right. I would think.
So did you start off thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna be out here doing it for free?
I was gonna say I didn't come in with the idea of money. Like, when I came in, it was like I even said this, like I was having so much fun doing it, and I was so passionate about it, I would forget that I'm getting paid for it at the end. Like, I literally, like, left, like, Fat Boy Real used to be with me, and, like, bro, he gave me money, I was like, damn, I almost forgot to get paid. So I didn't come in leading with money. Like, it was just something I was passionate about. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I got to a certain point, when I know I'm this good, yeah, you got to pay me, for sure.
Right.
Like,
right.
But I didn't lead with money. I didn't think about money at all, really.
Yeah. So I think it just all depends on the individual person. Now, if you're not passionate about what it is that you're doing and you're trying to lead with money, then that can be a hindrance right there. But if you are passionate about, because take like what I do for media production, I've already proven to myself, because I've been doing it for so long, that I'm already passionate about what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to when I start like charging people for services and stuff, like, I don't feel bad about that, because, like, all right, well, yeah, I'm actually doing this as a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I start off doing photography, like, I go out there and I do the type of project that I love to do, just to, you know, get my work out there so people can see, you know, that I'm talented. But then when people start coming to me like, hey, we want to, you know, pay you to do this wedding or do this show or do this, it's like, oh, okay, well, obviously my talent is worth something. Yeah, let me go ahead and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know that people are getting paid for that in that market. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you don't know. Like, if you're introducing something that people don't, like, if you're introducing something that there isn't a market for, and you don't know what to charge, you just love doing it just to be doing it. Okay, yeah, fine. That's called a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just you know, doing your hobby. But if you know there's a market for it and you love DJing and stuff like that, it's like, okay, well, I know such and such can get paid, like, they get paid doing it, and such and such get paid doing it. So let me see if I can put a business plan and business model to what I'm doing, and see if I can get paid in the same market too. Now, how much you get paid is depending on the value of yourself and your skills.
Right.
So then once you get yourself up there to that point, then boom, it's like, okay, well, this is what I'm charging, because I bring X amount of people to the party, you gonna make X amount of dollars, so I need to get paid for helping you make your money. It's all a service game.
Yeah, boom, like, that was like now, like with certain guests and stuff, with guests, like, they wanna come on, and I hit them with that fee, and they were like, what do I come with? So I had to learn how to break that shit down to them. They don't understand, like, we doing all this shit right here. And then they're still like, oh, okay, so I'm like, nigga, get the fuck on, bro. Like, get the fuck on, bro. You see everything going on, and you still trying to ask these questions, kind of like, bro, don't you got a studio? I had hit one of them guys with like, don't you charge for this? I said it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go from, oh yeah, I ain't tripping about the money, so why the hell you asking about the money? Then you ain't tripping about the money.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
You know?
So yeah, I mean, it's just, once and that's the thing. Like down here is that a lot of people just they show friends before they show business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's called show business for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they get hindered from making some real money down here because they have the mentality of like I got to be tight with you first as a friend, and then after we become friends, then how are we gonna do business? Because now that I hit you with that fee, it's like, well, I thought we were cool.
friends.
I thought we were friends. It's like, yeah, we're acquaintances, but yeah, you say we was gonna come together to do this business together. So how is it that when I'm not hitting you with the fee, like now we can't do no business?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I say with like hinders, like people down here, like trying to really make some real strong moves because the financial part just have to be solid, and people just cannot be sensitive about the business part, man. Like you can't be sensitive in business. Like there's no room for it whatsoever, because once you sit down, you say, okay, like let's just say me and T-Cole, we propositioned each other to do some type of business, something like that. All you got to do is just lay down the numbers. Just start talking numbers.
Simple.
Is you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is how much ownership you're gonna have, how much ownership I'm gonna have. If it's not gonna be an ownership thing, this is the partnership thing. You know what I'm saying? When we go out here and charge this for the services and this and that, so on and so forth, based on ownership and so on and so forth. And then a lot of people just don't know how to negotiate. You have to negotiate in business. You have to say, okay, what do you want for what you're bringing to the table, and this is what I want for me bringing what I want to the table.
Right.
And then you say, okay, well, Cole's like, nah, man, I need more than that. I'm doing this and this and this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, okay, well, all right, cool. Well, boom, 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 boom. Here are the numbers, and bam. All right, well, let's go ahead and sign this contract. Everything's all good. Now let's go out here and do the work that we put on the contract that we were going to do to bring in the money. It's just that simple. It's not hard whatsoever. But you got some people that's like, hey man, I bought you that ball at the club, bro. How you gonna charge me for? I'm like, nah, man, that ain't what this is.
Right.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that go on business lunches together to get familiar and acquainted with each other. You know what I'm saying? But you just can't be sensitive in business, man. So that's the one thing. And here's the thing I would ask. Like, I'm born and raised here in Macon, but I do not know what happened to how do you explain it? Like everybody trying to play everything close to the vest.
Oh, to my sharing information?
Yeah, like what happened to people not like helping each other, like helping the, you know what I'm saying? Like I I've been away for so long and then come back and then I'm hearing everybody talk and I'm just like, wait a minute now, like when did this start? Like everybody's scared to give out information because they're afraid that somebody's gonna take something away from them. And then everybody suffers for that though. Like all I'm making is suffering from that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody's doing the same thing, okay, I understand that everybody can be individuals about how they're doing it, what they do. That's fine, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But if everybody's doing the same thing here in Macon, that means you have an industry. Mm-hmm. That means that everybody's making enough noise to where people on the outside of Macon or seeing that they're doing this type of thing. Mm-hmm. And so now it's drawing attention into Macon. Mm-hmm. And so what draws attention into Macon is investors, you know what I'm saying, other business people, like even with the music scene here, like there's no real music scene here as far as the executive side. There's a lot of talent.
Yes.
There's a lot of talent here. But not everybody can be the rapper. Not everybody can be the star. Like, who's going to be the manager? Who's going to be the PR person? Who's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be that person that actually go out there and say, okay, let me book you in New York and Virginia and LA and all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's the administration behind the artist?
See, the only thing I can see now is with a structure is guap. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's like the only one that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's about
Like
that's the only one.
that's it. Like that's the only outlet that I see, and that had to come from a person that wasn't even from here to implement this shit. Yeah, he grabbed talent through here and connected with the right people, but it had to take somebody outside to see the value in the city. Once you just said invest in the city and create an avenue for this city.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest with you, that's how Atlanta got. Atlanta became Atlanta because that's what happened in '96.
Yeah, Freaknik and the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics. Yeah. Yeah, when the Olympics, because everybody was coming here for Freaknik already, but when nobody put no money in there, they were just, ass shaking all over the place.
Yeah.
But once the Olympics came, it brought people from all over the world to that city, and people saw how the agricultural aspect of it, they saw like how cheap it was to live, like, oh snap, like we can build infrastructure down here for 5 times cheaper than what it would be if it was in New York. And so now you have this influx of everybody that just moved there at one time.
That's similar to the gold rush, right?
Basically, that's exactly what it was. It was a gold rush.
Y'all smart as fuck.
But see, that's the same thing. Like, that's the same thing that can happen with Macon. But, you got, like, certain, political entities that,
Then
try to keep that out.
I think then it'd be like retarded niggas. Like, if when they see someone else do it, they automatically think it's beef.
Beef.
Like it's a problem. It's a problem that you doing it. Like,
well, see,
like
that's
how
what I'm
dare
saying.
you see us doing this shit out here? What now? Now why are you doing it?
See, and that's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
whole close, keeping everything close to the vest mentality. That I don't know what started that because.
And I also see the fake love too.
Yeah.
Like you say that you're a helping hand, but you talking shit
Yeah.
elsewhere, and kind of like, why do you got to do that?
Because here's the thing, and I thought about this for a long time. You have people who don't have a whole lot that only know how to do that one thing, and they're trying to do it very well, and they're so afraid of somebody taking that one shine that they got. So they just want to try to keep you away from it as much as they possibly can, so that you don't take that one shine. It's just like you being a DJ. And you the hottest DJ around town, and then I come in, all of a sudden I'm DJ J Sims and I'm doing my thing, and now you hating, like damn, you taking all my business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how that's what you saying to me. Like damn, J Sims taking all my business. So
Yeah.
if I came to you like damn man, my switcher messing up on my board. Hey, what I need to do to get a better? Nah man, I ain't gonna help you out with that.
Yeah.
Like damn, I thought you were everybody's partner. It's like nah man, I can't do that. And so that's the mentality of people are afraid that people are gonna take something away from them.
Gotcha. Okay. Like, just what we're doing with the podcast. Like, I done had people come to me asking what to do, and I tell them like, boom, 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 boom. But I can't lie. Am I wrong for not? Like, I feel like it's a point where like, all right, damn, okay, it's time for you to kind of scout this information for yourself.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm wrong for that? Like, I done told you to go A, B, and C, and D. Now you need to go to goddamn.
Well, okay, so yeah, it's a difference if they was asking you just like, nah, I ain't gonna get that information to you. But if you letting them know like, hey, all you gotta do is go do this. If you telling them what the blueprint is, but they won't physically go out there and do it, then yeah, that's on them.
Yeah.
Like you can't usher them in, which is what they're asking you to do. Like, hey, show me how to do it. Do it for me.
Yeah. Like, for instance, like, a guy had hit us up. Like, okay, so who are y'all working with? Boom, J Sims. All right, boom. So how do y'all do the audio version? All right, we doing Anchor. You know what I'm saying? Distribution through different outlets and stuff like that. All right, boom. YouTube. We just created our YouTube channel ourselves, and we got them uploaded there. All right, so where do y'all get y'all merch from? God damn, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I gave him enough, and I just, like, I really closed that book on that shit because,
So,
like, I'm telling you everything. Like,
this is what I do because I get people doing this to me all the time. So when somebody come to me and they ask me how to do such and such, such and such, I say I charge a consultation fee, and that's the last part.
and
And then after that, All right. Well, if you want to know, because I mean, you know, like I said, I'm not stingy with information. I mean,
Right.
Mel can tell you. You're like, she'll come to me and be like, "Hey, how do da 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 da?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you just do this, this, and this, and this." And
But
this.
you see her putting action.
But
on it.
I already know that she's already on point with
Yeah,
hers.
yeah.
So, but if somebody out off the street come to me like, "Hey man, I've been thinking about doing a podcast, or I've been thinking about doing videography, da 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 da, this and that," so like the question I get all the time is, "What kind of camera do you use?" And I'll tell them what kind of camera I use, but then after that I tell them it doesn't matter what kind of camera you use nowadays. Like you can use whatever camera you want. The operation of it is what you're really asking me. If you want to know what that is, I charge a consultation fee. I will actually come where you are and I will set everything up from like how we do here. I will actually set up the cameras, I'll set up that, I'll set up the switcher, I'll set up the lights, but you gotta pay me to come in and do that.
Right.
And then I will actually record your podcast for you so that you can see what it's like on that end as well as this end. And then after everything all said and done, you'll have your recording. So now when you're paying me for the consultation, you're not feeling like you know, saying like I just took money from you for nothing. It's like, nah, you actually get a product at the end of the whole thing.
Right. Right.
You know
A
what I'm saying?
class, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's just a master class. And so when I charge, you know, when I throw them with that fee, they be like, well,
Get
you know,
quiet.
yeah, they get quiet because, you know, I charge $500 for a consultation, man.
Talk about it.
They be asking those Googleable questions though to me. The most Googleable, like you can literally put in Google and you'll see that they get mad at you when you go, oh, you know you go and I say it all the time, you know you can Google this, and they get mad at you.
On
Like,
YouTube.
you can literally find what I'm saying on
Yeah.
Google, how
Bec-
to start a podcast.
Yeah, because that's what everybody else do, and that's what I've done. Like, if you're really thirsty for the knowledge, you will go and drink from the well.
For sure, like, you didn't tell us to go and do the audio versions. You didn't tell us to create a YouTube channel. You didn't tell us to come up with merch.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to tell us that. We went and got that shit ourselves because we knew what we wanted.
Right.
And then on top of that, it's kind of like, you know, the blessing that you are providing is kind of like, we always want you to know that we are very appreciative of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like we want to show you, like, we want this shit as bad as you do.
Yeah, and so all you got to do is just shut them down with money. Like, hey, I'll show you. I mean, shoot, y'all can do a master class and say, hey, we charge this X amount of dollars for everybody to come in here, and we'll show how to set up everything, and we'll do it and da-da-da-da, this and that, so on and so forth, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, shit, you could charge, you know, anywhere between $200 to $300. You know what I'm saying? And the serious people would do it. You know what I'm saying? I ran into a guy, he does a webinar on how to, he used to do it like back in the day, how to do mass social media marketing. And this man was charging damn near $25,000. And he was getting a class of like 12 to 15 people.
Damn.
And I was just like, shit, man. Like 25 grand for you
Right.
to just show me how to market myself on social media?
Yeah.
And that was just a physical class.
Yeah.
He was doing webinars
Whoa.
and putting them up online and still making money from that. So I was just like, yeah, it's some money out there to be made.
All right, so boom, y'all can't get out of the game, can't get out of the sauce. We're gonna name this podcast Podcast 101.
But I do tell people this for free. Like, people are asking me like what it takes to actually do a podcast. I say the PPPC. The C is consistency. The 3 P's: plan, produce, and have a product.
You heard it first.
Just
But the
plan,
man
produce, have a
behind
product.
the man behind the cameras.
Someone's gonna steal that saying, Jamaica. They're gonna be like, follow. It's gonna be an ad suddenly in 6 months. Follow the PPPC.
But see, the problem is not the 3 P's. The problem is the C, the consistency.
That's yeah.
That's the problem right there. Like, I can literally give somebody all this equipment right here, right now, and say, here. They wouldn't still do anything with it.
Facts.
Use it one time.
Facts.
If that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they still got to know how to operate this stuff. Like, I mean, the core of it all is still, you got to edit all this stuff. Like, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know how to do that. But the consistency, that's really the big thing right there. As long as you're consistent, you're good to go.
For sure.
Hey, that's it, man.
All right, you about to walk up in here.
No, you ain't.
You think about it, though. You think about it. You like, yeah.
Oh
okay.
my
You
God,
think about
man. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand over him. Yeah, like I see them.
man.
Yeah. Well, look, man.
Yeah.
Man, thank you finally
No
for
problem,
coming
man.
on.
Yeah, man.
You the man.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful.
Ain't no problem.
You know what I'm saying? The millions is on the way.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Multi-millions.
Jit.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
You
I'm
really
legit.
want to own one and not just rent one?
No, so this is how, and this is what I told my wife. I said, if we ever come into some real money, we're gonna rent the house out and we're gonna move somewhere closer to Miami. Because my dream is to be in a situation where I can have my Miami nights every night, no matter where I'm at. So what that means is, in 2020, right before we got married, we had went to Miami to visit her cousin. And you see me with the cigar, I ain't even smoked it yet though. But all four of us had went down to, what's that, we were on South Beach, the Avenues. I think that's what
Ocean?
we
You
call it.
on Ocean? On Collindale.
Yeah, I think that's it. With all the stores and stuff,
Yeah.
right down the South Beach. So we went down there, and we stopped at a cigar bar, and they had their hookahs. I had my drinks, and I had my cigar, and it was a nice 75 degrees out at night, and it was just peaceful. So when I got back home, I was just like, I want to have that feeling again. And so whenever I smoke a cigar, I have that feeling, but I want that feeling of when I leave to go somewhere, I don't have no worries about anything. Like everything is already set up for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I was listening to this, I forgot who it was, this millionaire or whatever. And he was just like, he don't own no cars, he don't own no planes, but every time he goes somewhere, he has a car waiting for him. When he get off the plane, coming from the airport, he got a car waiting for him because his assistant set it up for him. He go to his meetings all day and whatever town he goes to, and then the car take him to his hotel or to his home. And when he get ready to leave out the next day, the car's ready for him, drive him to the airport. He's not on no commercial flights. He get on the private jet. It's not even his, and then he fly to where he got to go to his next thing and do whatever you do in business and in personal life. That's how he roll. I was just like, damn, yeah, that's nice to be in a situation where what you work so hard for is now giving you that comfortable life to where you can just get up and go and do what you need to do without the hassle of, man, I got to put gas in my car. I got to worry about, saying where I'm going to stay. And it's like, nah, you got everything already set up. Like your operation of how you roll is already set up like that. So it's just that successful peace of mind. That's what I want to have. That's just that successful peace of mind.
That's what we're gonna get.
Yeah, man.
Hey, bro.
Word, bro.
Well, we know your type.
Afraid of a fade. You ashamed when I said, shit, a spade is a spade. To me, my transition got me showered in praise. From the streets to the stage. The change in the